Troy Fischer from Troy Fischer Silverworks in Silversmith, and a past team roper. Used to rope a lot, qualified for the Canadian Finals Rodeo on 8 different occasions. Haven't competed much lately for the last few years, but certainly looking forward to CFR46 in Red Deer. That's an interesting question, Tim, in regards to the state of rodeo. I think that it goes through waves. I think it goes in seasons a little bit. We'll see that through the weakness in certain events, rough stock, bareback riding at times, where we suffer, where there's not enough of them. Right now, steer wrestling is the one that tends to be a little bit of weakness, but I don't think that's anything to be alarmed with. I think that the future is amazing. There's so many opportunities for our youth now through junior rodeos, high school rodeos, and we're seeing an influx of that and that youth into pro rodeo already, where there's a lot of teenagers that are really making a mark already because of the opportunities that they've had early on in life. You know, and there's just such an influx of the young talent in pro rodeo already. And so I really think the future looks bright for rodeo, as long as they don't lose track of their roots of where it came from. The young up-and-comers are making it exciting for us as fans. I mean, the season leader in the barrel racing, teenager grade 12 student. The season leaders in the team roping, the oldest out of that duo of brothers from Wainwright is 20 years old. So it's just remarkable what the youth are doing and how exciting they're making it for us, the fans. You know, the question is who's going to win, and that's a little bit like betting on which way the pigeon's going to fly off the barn roof. Team roping is so contagious, and you know, it can kind of go through swings and momentum swings, you know, if you will. But my money, and the safe money for me, is on Matt Sherwood, 2-time world champion out of Arizona, and the young, absolute phenomenal healer in Hunter Cook from Vernon, Texas. Hunter's on his way to his first national finals rodeo. Matt is the veteran of the team, and I'll tell you what, their controlled aggression that team has is unbelievable. Matt's last trip to the Canadian Finals did not go the way that you would expect Matt Sherwood to rope, or the way that team was expected to win. And look forward to them putting on an amazing show like I think they can. After that, you're kind of mixed with a group of veterans and the teenagers and the youth. There's 4 teams that I really think are all in a similar boat. My money would probably go on the veterans. Colton Schmidt, Jeremy Bueller, hard to bet against. One of the difference makers in all of team roping is the head horse. The head horse typically dictates how much the team wins. Ironically, I believe that Badger, the past CPRA, past PRCA Horse of the Year that Colton has, that he will have in Red Deer, is the difference maker. Ironically with that is Jeremy doesn't necessarily love heeling behind Badger, so it'll be interesting to see how that team mixes, but I'd never bet against them. The work ethics are amazing, the time they put into it, the attention to detail, they're world class, and look for them to do good things. Can't bet against the 3-time champ and the world 2016 world champion header in Levi Simpson. Riley Wilson was at the very first Canadian Finals Rodeo, the year 2000, against myself. Riley has been there so many times. He is a veteran presence that's a real catcher. And to have the opportunity that he has this year to heel for the world champ, I mean, they're capable of winning an awful lot. And you certainly have all these teams bunched together. And then I can't leave out the season leaders, the Graham brothers, Dawson and Dylan. They just went out, and not only did they go and make their first Canadian Finals rodeos together, they just did it in unbelievable way. They're the season leaders. They win first place more than everybody else. And I'll tell you what, they are capable of winning first place 6 times in Red Deer. Hard to bet against them. And I mentioned horsepower before. Horsepower typically is who wins the most in this sport. And the other brothers from Ponoka, the Bonnet boys, are both riding the head horse and the heel horse of the year. Keeley's heel horse is a young horse that's been an absolute difference maker. And Logan, same thing. His horse is so solid. Logan has learned to not make any mistakes, to not beat himself, to get out of the barrier, catch every steer, and Keely's just been cleaning up everything. And so those 5 teams for me are the ones that I guess I'm most excited to see. But like I'd mentioned, team roping's a really hard sport to bet against on.